I also, for today, I think it's important that you learn how to, paste certain things, which I'm sure most of you already know how to do. But I just put the graphs on there at the end in many cases, so I want the problem pasted next to the graph. Or I want the problem pasted next to the graph. Now listen, I also want you to speak up as soon as there is a problem. It's not doing any good to say, well, let me just wait till the next problem. What's the next problem? Because then I'm on 25, and I'm calling on you to graph it, and it's going to sit there and go, duh. Or I don't want that. I want to help you with number 1, and then I want to help you with number 3, and number 5, and number 7, and so on. Is everybody with me? But in order to be successful at graphing the lines, we did this last year, but it required us to make a table. Now we don't make tables anymore. All right, we do not make tables anymore. All right, we're graphing using the slope and the y-intercept. All right, which brings me to my very first important lesson. All right, in order to write an equation in the slope-intercept form, all right, I need everybody to highlight slope-intercept form. Now, when you highlight slope-intercept form, I'm now going to write that equation for you. That equation is y equals mx plus b. Now, everybody should make themselves a note. What is the m? Slope. Now the one that you don't know, b. B is called the y-intercept. Very important information. It is the y-intercept. Now the y-intercept just means where the line crosses the y-axis. Where the line crosses the y-axis. If I said x-intercept, you would tell me it's where the line crosses the x-axis. So y-intercept, where the line crosses the y-axis. X-intercept, where the line crosses the x-axis. And M stands for slope. Now, one other thing that kids sometimes ask me about, they ask me about, well, what does X stand for and what does Y stand for? The X and Y are the points that are on the graph. The X and Y are the points that are on the graph. So now you know everything there is about that Y equals MX plus B. X and Y represents the points that are on the graph. M stands for what? Slope, and B stands for Y-intercept. And the y-intercept is simply where the line crosses the y-axis. All right? So now, with that little bit of information, what we are now going to do is we're going to start with number 1. All right? And for number 1, I have the slope is 2 and the y-intercept is 4. So notice what I'm doing. I'm coming down to the first graph down here, and I'm going to write it here. And then I'm going to ask you for question number 1. Somebody who's doing a little bit of thinking. What would be the equation for question number 1? Cole. You are amazing. Very, very good. Y equals 2x plus 4. Hey, this is the time where you focus in up here so you can stay out of trouble. Do you hear me? Y equals 2x plus 4. Y equals 2x plus 4. Now, does anybody have any questions? Look, why in the world did he put y equals 2x plus 4? Because I replaced the m with 2, and I replaced the b with what? 4. That's how simple. All right? Now, generally, it's a 3-step process here. All right? And that 3-step process goes like this. Hear me? I want you to highlight the 4. What does the 4 represent? Come on, what does the 4 represent? The y-intercept. Now I'm going to match that up. Please look. Follow me on my graph. I'm going to blow it up. And I'm going to put a dot right there. Why did I put a dot right there? Because that is the y-intercept. That is the y-intercept. Is everybody with me on this? Now, what is the slope again? The slope is? No. The slope is 2 over 1. 2 over 1. Because the slope is always a ratio. I want everybody to put m equals 2 over 1. Now, 2 represents delta y. 1 represents what? Delta x. Delta y over delta x. Is everybody with me? So now, from the y-intercept, you use the slope. From the y-intercept, you use the slope. So I must go what? Cole, what do I do? Up to and over 1. I have to go up to and over 1. So if I go up to and over 1, I just drew another point on the graph. Does everybody see how I got that? Now, just to make sure, I'm going to do this. I went this direction. That is what? Up to. And then, I'm going to do that again because I couldn't see it. That's delta y, which was 2. Then I went over what? Delta x, which is what? 1. Everybody happy with that? Very nice, Cole. All right. So from there now, all right, I can draw the line. Is everybody with me? So through those 2 points, I can draw the line. Everybody see that? Any questions? All right. That was number what? Number 1. Here we go on number 3. We're going to highlight number 3 again. I'm going to copy it right over here. And then, all right, I want some brave soul to tell me what the equation. Abby, number 3, thank you. What's the equation? Right, but you forgot the y, right? So y is equal to 3/4 x minus 1. All right, now let's see if I did a good job, Abby. Tell me how to graph that, please. What would I do? Beautiful. Go down to -1. Plot a point. Then from there, I would go what? Up 3 and over 4. So now, just to follow along, I'm going up 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I'm plotting a second point. Now I just graph the line from those 2 points. All right. Now, again, you don't always have to do this, but I think it's good for you at this moment. You should write to yourself, that's delta y, that's delta x. And that's what slope is. The rise over run. Okay, now I've done 2 example problems. And if you're going, man, I'm just not 100%, put your hand up.
So if, for example, if like the slope isn't a fraction, you can just put it over 1.
Wow, brilliant. The slope is always a fraction. All right, so you make it over 1.
Okay.
All right, always make it over 1. Connor, are you happy with that so far? All right, here we go. I'm on number what? 5. So here we go. Let's highlight 5. Go to the next one. Good job, kiddo. Now listen to me, though. You got one that's a little different. Can you tell me why this one's a little bit different? That's right. So I have to move that. So how do I move that, Caroline? Good job, kiddo. Now listen to me. Watch this. The y value is what we want by itself. The negative 4x has to go to the other side. That is correct. Yay, that is exactly correct. You move the negative 4x to the right side because I want to isolate y. That's why last test was so important, because you had to learn how to isolate a variable. So she said I add 4x to both sides. So now, Very good. I have y equals 4x plus 2. Do you agree with me on this? All right, now from there, Caroline, what do I do? Yep, that's right. So we plot the point, 0, 2. Any issues? Now, what's the slope again? Yeah, so from there I go. Wow, super simple. Up 4 over 1. Brilliant. All right, that was a little bit harder because we had to isolate the y. All right. Now, again, I just said it's a little bit harder. So, nobody has a question. Nobody has a question. All right, brilliant. All right, after 5, let's grab 7. All right. All right, Miss Bain, what do I have to do? You got the hard one. You got the hardest it can be. What do I have to do? Shh. Let her do it. Is y by itself, first of all? No, not even close. It's all messed up. So what do I have to do first? Don't help her. That's a problem. So I have to get rid of it. I have to throw it to the other side. You have to do what? Come on, girl. Look at the other problem. What did I do to this? Threw it to the other side. When I threw it to the other side, it became a what? Yes. You hear me? Yeah, so I got to move the negative 3x. Now look, your visualizing has got to be better. Come on, watch me. I'm moving that over. So everybody hear me? I'm moving the negative 3x to the other side. If I move something, I have to do what to its sign? No, stop talking. What do I have to move? And don't listen. On your own. You have to do what? Yes, you're adding it. Because it's negative on the left, it's got to be what? Positive on the right. That's what you should be saying. Negative on the left, positive on the right. So I have 7y is equal to 3x plus 21. Now I have an issue. What else is the other issue? Yes. How do I undo that? How is it attached to the y? Is it adding? Yeah, so how do I do the Yeah, come on, girl. So now watch what I want you to do. I want you to say divide by 7, divide by 7, divide by 7. Everything must be divided by 7. Now, your equation that's written in the right format is y equals 3/7 x plus what? Plus 3. Beautiful. You understand that? Now that's really as hard as it's going to get for you. You have to isolate the y, move the x, divide by the number in front. You with me? Now, how do I graph that? Go. You go up 3, very nice. From there I go, wow, up 3 over 7. I didn't know it was that good. Beautiful. They're hearing you whine on video, by the way. All right, so I'm going to send your mom to that place in the video. Wham, wham, wham. I'm going to tell her. 14 minutes. Go listen to her. We got a problem. Well, can I show you why? Look right up here. Look how easy this is. If I say to you 2 plus 4 equals 6, I can divide it by 2, you agree? So would I just divide this by 2 and this by 2? Or would I divide everything by 2? Because if I don't, that's 1 plus 4 equals 3. So if I divide by 2, now it's 1 plus 2 equals 3, which is true. Makes sense, right? That's why you do that. All right? All right, here we go. Now look over here just to make sure you hear me. Look. Same thing. 2 plus 4 equals 6. If I move the 2 over, it's a minus 2. See if it's true. 4 equals 6 minus 2. Still a true statement. That's why you do that. All right? Okay, now let's check out 9. Uh-oh. 9. I just want to put 9 right here on. I want everybody to do this for me. All right, number 9 is going right here on this one. I don't feel like making its own. Because who remembers how to graph y equals negative 1? How do I graph y equals negative 1? Oh, tell me. Yes, what's always negative 1 then? Somebody tell me what's always negative 1. The y is. Very good. The y is always negative 1. So if the y is always negative 1, I'm trying to show you something. Is that y value right there negative 1? Is this y value negative 1? This one. Does everybody see all of those values right there always what? That's why it's called a what type of line? That's why it's called a what type of line? What is that? Say that. Horizontal line. It's a horizontal. Right? So anytime somebody says to graph a y equals or an x equals, y equals is always a what? Y equals is always horizontal. X equals is always vertical. Y equals is a function. X equals not a function. All right, is everybody with me? All right. So now let's check out 11. See what 11 says. Oh, new page. Oh, okay, here we go. Now, on this one, you should be good. We're just going backwards, all right? So for number 11, I want everybody to write y equals mx plus b. Everybody has to write that first. All right, now, Will, please tell me, what is the y-intercept? I want to know what the y-intercept is on number 11. y3. You know, it's funny, the same person in the last class said the same thing. And you know what your mistake is? You accidentally go 1, and then 2, then 3, right? So this I'm circling is the y-intercept. Do you agree with that? Everybody knows that. So that is a what? 2, right? So now you write down y equals mx plus 2. Super simple. Now, the next important thing is, I'm going to erase this, and now I'm going to blow it up a little bit. I want everybody to pay attention because it's this simple. There is a point on the graph, all right? There is a point on the graph right here. Does everybody agree with me? Now, I'm scanning this line to try to find another point that's exactly on the graph. Guess what I just did? I found it right there. Those are the 2 points. So somebody tell me what delta y is. What's delta y? 2. What's delta x? Right, exactly. So just to make sure you're understanding me, this right here, delta y equals 2. Over here, delta x equals what? 3. Slope is defined as delta y over delta x. What is delta y? 2. What's delta x? So what's the slope? 2/3. Thank you. So the equation of the line is that simple. Y equals what? 2/3 x plus 2. Brilliant. Brilliant, I must say. All right. Now I'm looking at 13. This is a special case. 13 is a special case. Everybody hearing me? It's a what type of line? Vertical. So the answer would be x equals negative 2. X equals negative 2. Verticals and horizontals are special cases. All right? Anybody have any issues? All right, now listen. For us right now, I'm going to put all the word problems together because we're going to spend a good week doing word problems. So 15 and 16 are not necessary. All right? Now I'm moving on. 17. All right?
No,
I know. Some people are still figuring out what a word problem is, so forgive them. We know.
It's okay, babe. It's alright. Some people are just
I know.
slow.
Here we go. So here we go right now, guys. So, Hanson, you're up. What is the equation for number 17? I'm waiting patiently. Hurry up.
Y-intercept is 8.
Just tell me the equation. Y equals.
Wait, Y equals Y equals 5x plus 8.
Yes, you are brilliant. Y equals 5x plus 8. All right, so now how do I graph that, please? What do I do?
So you'll go 8 up.
Go 8 up. Beautiful. Now we have a problem, right? Do you agree? Because I can't go what? I can't go 5 up, so I'm going to have to go what? 5 down. But when I go 5 down, I have to go now to the left one. Right? Now listen to me. This is the important concept right here. M equals 5 over 1. I can't go up 5. So what is equivalent to 5 over 1? Negative 5 over negative 1. That is equivalent. Negative 5 over negative 1. Does everybody see how that's equivalent? Now instead of going up 5, I'm just going to go what? Down 5 and over what? Over to the left 1. And now graph the line. It is very simple. Simple, simple. That's what I'm saying. Ask now. All right. Anybody have any questions with 17? Good for you. Yes, I'm going to let you do 19. All right, 19. Here we go. Let me highlight 19, please. All right, Mr. Hooker, tell me what to do. What's the equation? You are brilliant. Now, how do I graph? Brilliant. And you're awesome, buddy. Then graph the line. No. Why is that? Because negative 4 over positive 1.
Oh.
Thank you. Very good. No. Ellis, you're up. 21.
What?
Come on, keep up. Keep up. It's called whining again.
We're going to
You're not supposed to copy. You're supposed to be doing it.
Well, act like
So let's get, that's why it's taking you so long, because you're dropping your iPad all over the place. Oh my God. You need to listen to yourself. All right, go home and listen to the video. All right, here we go. Ellis, tell me what the equation is, please. Y equals 3x minus 4. Beautiful. Hold up. Let's wait 10 minutes for Miss Bain. Okay, we're good. All right. Now, Ellis, what do I need to do from here? Yes, ma'am. Down 4. And then what? Up 3 and to the right 1. Beautiful. Now draw the line. All right. Birthday girl is up. All right, here we go. 23. Here we go. Let's finding 23. Here we go. 23. All right, tell me the problem here, kiddo. Oh, some of you guys are just slow doing all the cutting and pasting. Let's go. That was a bad decision.
So would this be y
Yes.
equals 6 plus 3x?
How about we put the x in front of the 6?
Okay,
So it would be,
x plus 6. 3x plus 6.
wow, 3x plus 6. Hope you get a math book for your birthday.
Oh, whoa, harsh. I was
And
thinking
then-
And then what?
So would you go up 3?
Up what? Shh.
6.
Why do I go up 6?
Because it's plus 6.
That's right, because that's the y-intercept. Now what?
Oh, yeah. And then you would go over the wall. And
Wow.
3
Say it again?
over 1 and up.
Well, I mean, it's not
Over
wrong technically,
3.
but remember the slope is 3 over 1.
Oh,
So you would say
so you
up 3 first, then
and then
over
over.
1.
Okay.
Not that it was wrong. So up 3 over 1. You with me?
yes.
All right. All right, Sebastian.
Yay.
Yay, what? No, I was just wanting you to sit up. I didn't say you were doing a problem. 25. Here we go, Sebastian.
Yay. Okay.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
Oh, who's slow now?
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
Mr. Stroud, you better hurry up. What's with all
What
the
do you
pasting?
mean?
Go.
Okay.
Tell me, Sebastian.
I'm so
So,
slow.
it's y equals 2x minus 4.
All right, now what?
And then you have to graph the y-intercept. Put it on negative 4.
And then what?
And then you go up 2. And then you do,
Beautiful. All right, Connor, you're up.
Oh,
27. Let's wait for Miss Bain, though. Slow down a little bit. 27. Let's go grab 27.
okay, so now,
What do, uh-oh, you got the hard one. So what do I have to do? Shh. All right. Let's recognize the time here. It is 27:37. So I'm going to have your mom go check out this spot, see how you do. All right. You're up.
so, you have to switch to y with 8.
So what do I have to do first?
You have to graph 8.
No. We're isolating the y. We're isolating the y. That means I'm looking at this right here. That's in the way. So what do I have to do? Let's refer back here. When the problem was right here. What did I have to do? Right. I have to get rid of that. You hear me? All right, so now let's go back to you. So what do I have to do with that 5x? I'm not sure what you're saying. Come on, Connor. Heads up. The 5x is going from the left side to the right side. Yes, come on. So it's a minus 5x on the other side. Do you hear me? So now I have 2y equals negative 5x plus 8. You agree with that now? And again, it doesn't matter. It's just now do you understand? All right, now what do I have to do? Nope, not yet you don't. No, you don't. I have to get y by itself. There's a 2 in the way. No, you do not add. What is attached? How is the 2 attached to the y? Wow, thank you very much. Divide everything by 2. Divide everything by 2. So now I have y equals negative 5 halves x plus 4. Do you agree with that? You sure? Okay, now we graph. All right, so hopefully you get this part right. So what do I do now?
positive 4.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And now what?
If the graph negative 5 and 2,
So what would I do?
down 5,
And
negative 1,
yes, and then
2 to the right.
yes, very good. So down 5 to the right 2. All right, so hold off 1 second on that, Connor, because you got the hard one, Connor, so I'm not mad, but I just want to make sure you understand what we did, right? Just a second. Connor, are you okay with that or not? Perfectly okay. The y must be by itself. Move the x, divide the y. What?
It's negative 1.
No. No. No, no. Look, negative 5 over 2 is not the same as negative 5 over negative 2. You agree with me now, right? This 2 is actually what? Positive. Because if they were both negative, now the fraction would be a what? Positive. You understand me now, right? All right. What?
Oh yeah, what?
We're doing the odds. All right.
Yeah, 49.
All right. So to 35.
I'm just kidding.
All right.
The 34 you did. I thought they were 49.
Now, listen, again, when you get to the end, if you have to do more graphs, guys, I want to show you this. All right. And here's what I did. I just wrote a bunch of graphs. But does everybody know you can copy and just paste on one page? Right? You can copy all 4 graphs if you're running out and repaste it. That's what I need you to do. All right?
Mr. Stick. Oh, that's what I asked. How do I add? That's
Not my fault.
All right, guys. Good job. The bell's getting ready to ring, I
Wait,
think.
that's it?
Wait, so we don't do